Welcome back to Subway Friday Football Fever. We've still got a lot of games to show you, so let's jump right back into the action. Second-ranked team in our poll, Palmetto, hosted Bayshore. Third quarter we begin. Here's why Palmetto has the two top receivers in our area. They're both really good, and so's the guy throwing the ball. Trent Miller to Corey Crawford, 38 yards, first down. Then Miller dumps it off to his running back, Josh Hicks, who puts in some work, shakes and bakes his way to a first down at the 10-yard line before he's taken out of bounds. A few plays later, it's Hicks plowing forward for a third quarter touchdown, 42-7. Palmetto in cruise control at that point. Tigers win another blowout, 42-7. They stay undefeated. They still haven't even had a close game. Well, how would Southeast respond a week after being blown out at Manatee? Seminoles hosting DeSoto. Brian Poole to Trey Laws for a 20-yard gain and a first down. 3rd and 3 later, it's Poole on the keeper trying to find the end zone, dancing and cutting. He gets close, but not all the way. Still a great effort. So 4th and inches here. It's Miles Braxton Johnson pitching to Poole, who scores. Puts the Noles up 21-7 at that point. Maybe they let off the gas a little bit. Bulldogs did have some nice moments in this one. Rashid DeShiel floats a ball that Mitch Shamlin goes up and gets. He'd fumble, but they'd recover. DeSoto would score on the drive, but it wasn't enough. Southeast wins by 2 touchdowns, 28-14, but the Noles may have played down to the competition on this night. Riverview up in Pinellas County, taking on Palm Harbor. Another tough night for the Rams. Riverview managed just 1 score on the night, a second quarter TD. Hurricanes got the win, 27-7. Charlotte made a trip down south for the 2nd straight week. Tarpons taking on Gulf Coast in Naples, 3rd quarter. That's QB Zach Hammond from Charlotte, keeping it. He's an athlete, picks up 20 yards on the play. A few plays later, Hammond back, fires, Dwight Reynolds, touchdown Tarpons, 39-0, Charlotte leading at that point. And then Devin Olarantola jumps up and picks off the Gulf Coast QB. Charlotte wins this ball game, 46-0. Greatest mascot name ever. Tarpon Springs Spongers taking on Lakewood Ranch. First play from scrimmage, Louis Pappas tosses to Kenyatta Maru, who does the rest. Some fancy moves late at the run there have him breathing the fresh air of touchdown land. 7-0 Tarpons, but Mustangs ride their stud backs up the middle with powerful runs all game long. Mac Hathaway, 20-yard gain here as he bull rushes ahead. Big night for him. Meanwhile, Spongers, I love those Spongers, go back to the air. Pappas to Kenny Blanche on the draw. Well, that wasn't an air play, that was a run. It's good for 6 points. Mustangs held on to get the win, 38-33. Good win for Lakewood Ranch. Northport had a tough evening out at Eastlake tonight. Bobcats managed just 6 points, lose 29-6. Lake Placid made the trip to take on Booker. Early on, Mike Jones gets the Tornadoes off to a good start. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, it's 8-zip. Then after the Dragons tie it up, it's Alex Riddle back to pass. And I said going into this one, you got to find Ricky Jones Jr., and that's why. He is good. Lengthy touchdown there. Booker makes it look easy. Tornadoes line up in a strange point after formation. That's Ricky Jones. He tries to run initially, passes at the last minute to Rashad Jones. Great, unique play. 2nd quarter, more from the Tornado passing game. Riddle floats one to Ricky Jones. He just goes up and gets it, followed by some quick moves. You've got to feed the ball to Ricky Jones Jr. He's an awesome player. Then came Mike Jones' touchdown. How about this? There's 5 players with the last name Jones on the Booker roster, and they used all of them tonight. Booker goes on to get its first win of the season, 35-23. Well done. Now, if you missed the highlights from tonight, or you just want a little scoring recap to see how your local teams did, here's our scoreboard. All right, when SNN Local News 6 Subway Friday Football Fever continues, we will effort you to get Doug Fernandez from the Herald-Tribune here to talk about us. If not, we'll recap some highlights. Stick around.